Hello and welcome to Study with Sudhir, your digital classroom. I am TS Sudhir. Now we have been seeing that there are several YouTube videos that put out videos almost on a daily basis speculating about when the ICSE pending examinations as well as CBSE pending examinations are likely to be held. We at this channel refrain from doing so unless we have concrete information from either the council or from sources at the council. Okay, so this is what we call reportage, responsible reportage, and that's what we do here at Study with Sudhir. But there have been a large number of parents and students who have been asking, where does this education channel, as a channel which actually disseminates information for both ICSE and CBSE students, also puts a whole lot of video lessons on various subjects for both the boards, CBSE and ICSE, as well as some state boards. Where do we stand? What is our position on whether the examination should be held at a later date or should they be cancelled altogether? What should the council really do? Now, it's not our case to be advising the council. The council is actually full of extremely intelligent, responsible officials, experienced officials who know what they need to do. But we thought it's necessary for us to actually put it down on this in this video. Where do we stand? So this is an editorial from Study with Sudhir for our student subscribers, for our teacher and parent subscribers. So this is like an open message to everyone who is listening in. Okay. My position and the position of Study with Sudhir education channel is that the ICSE should cancel the exams for class 10, and I'll tell you exactly why we say this. As we know, for ICSE class 10, 6 to 7 papers are already done. There are about 3 to 4 papers depending on what your optional subjects are for most students. Largely subjects like geography, biology, the optional subjects like economics, physical education, computer applications, Hindi. These are the 3-4 examinations which are still pending for the students. These were supposed to be held between the 20th of March and the 30th of March, right? That hasn't happened. They were postponed, and since the national lockdown has been extended, we still do not know what could be the possible date when the examinations could be, the new schedule could be out. We feel that situation will not be back to absolute normal throughout the country uniformly, which is why to hold these examinations even in the month of May would be difficult. We discussed that in an earlier video. Now, we need to understand, and these are about 4 or 5 points I want to put out. These are unusual circumstances. Yes, students may complain that the remaining papers like geography, like computer applications, like biology to a large extent are actually high scoring papers. So they would lose out if these examinations are not held. Okay. But in the interest of safety, because we are going through a very difficult situation, we are losing lives not just in India but across the world. So is the safety of students more important, or is the conduct of these 3 to 4 pending papers more important? We need to evaluate that. So what we need to do is that either the council decides that those 6 to 7 papers which the students have appeared for, they will be evaluated, and or everyone in class 10 would be promoted en masse to class 11. That is, under this extremely exceptional circumstances, that's a call the council can actually take. Why do I say this? Now, let's assume for a moment that the examinations are conducted either end of May or in the month of June, whenever the situation the council feels is kind of back to normal, conducive for the conduct of examinations. Number one, can the ICSE council guarantee that every student, every invigilator who will be present in every examination hall across schools and educational institutions in the country will be 100% safe? Can the council guarantee the safety of every student and every invigilator in every school in India? My guess is it cannot. It will not be able to provide you with that kind of a guarantee. Point number 2, one student in that 2-hour period of the examination, or 3-hour period in the case of Hindi examination, sneezes, and let that be a non-COVID sneeze, okay, a normal sneeze, right? Imagine the fear and the paranoia that will set in immediately inside the examination hall. Does the council want the students to write the examination amidst such concern and scare? That is the question that the council will need to answer. Now, it's quite possible that many states, or at least many cities and areas, districts within many states may be declared as green zones. Yet, if we just read the newspapers, follow any of the digital websites, watch television, you will know that many large cities, even today, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Delhi, Chennai are still big hot spots. To get them back to normal very soon will be a Herculean task. Even if they get back to normal, will that be 100% normalcy? We do not know. The question is a geography or an economics or a biology exam more important than student safety? Or also the point that the students are really not in the right frame of mind. There was a certain momentum that had been built up in the month of March. Obviously, and no one is there to blame, and no one is definitely blaming the council for this. Circumstances forced the council to postpone the examinations. Fine, good decision at that point in time. No one is disputing that. But are the students now in the right frame of mind to write the examinations all over again amidst this kind of a scare, where they need to be more careful about their environment, social distancing, physical distancing, keeping on washing their hands, being very careful about what they touch and what they do not touch. The fear, as I said, of a sneeze inside the examination hall, all those things will come into play. Is it really important to traumatize a 15-year-old by forcing him or her to write the examination under such circumstances? When they've already given about 60 to 70% of their papers, why can't they be evaluated on the basis of those 60 to 70% of the papers? And why force them to write these remaining 3 papers also under such difficult circumstances? If you are saying that it's not fair to evaluate students only on the basis of those 6 to 7 first papers, promote everyone en masse, as I said in my first point. Also, for the sake of these 3 to 4 pending papers, do not jeopardize the academic year 2020-21. Get mass pass for everyone. Just promote everyone to class 11, and then they can get on with life, start studying for class 11. Those students who want to move from one board to another, from ICSE to CBSE, or even from ICSE to ISC in a different school, can write an entrance examination in that school, right? They can be tested on a few subjects, a quick online test organized by that school where they want to take admission. In any case, most students, from what I know, the process of admission is largely over for most students, at least provisionally, depending on how many marks they score in the final examination. But schools also would understand that these are unusual circumstances, and there can always be a way to gauge how good or how poor a student is in academics, right? So that is how I feel the ICSE should do at this point in time. This is what they need to do, because if class 11 students start working on their academics, because if examinations are held in the month of June, let's say the results are announced by the month of July, when will the class 11 academic year begin? And that's why I said you are actually affecting the 2020-21 academic year for the class 11 students, right? Similarly, my plea to also CBSE, which is adamant to hold the examinations. Now, class 10 examinations, they have deemed to be over, except for students in a part of Delhi which was riot hit, okay, in the month of February, end of February. Why do you want to make a song and dance only about those students? Because they've already gone through a lot of problems because of the riots, for which they obviously are not responsible, because of which examinations only for that part of Delhi were postponed, cancelled at that point in time. And now the health crisis that we are going through, hardly the right kind of environment to study. Get them also to pass, evaluate them on the basis of whatever papers they have given, and just get them moving. Class 10, yes, I admit, is an important milestone, but it is not as important as class 12. You would agree with that. So why not treat this 2020 batch as an exceptional kind of batch, exceptional period of time when we are all facing this huge crisis, and ensure that life can go on, they can get on with the job and get promoted to class 11. So that is our editorial on Study with Sudhir. I don't know how many of you agree with this, how many of you disagree with this, but definitely we thought we will put our point of view out there in the public domain for all of you to debate, and just let us know in the comment section where do you stand on this. Thank you very much for watching.